you may remember, a little bit earlier in the show, Ken received a letter from one of our viewers asking to preserve a cherished book. And of course, he has the perfect way to preserve the memories as well, right, Ken?
Yes, I love getting viewer mail like this, and like Diane, family memories are so important, and finding ways to preserve them and sort of prolong and preserve our family history, I think it's really, really important.
And you definitely were the right guy to ask for sure. You're so good at this. And before we get started on the actual project, I say we bring Diane in.
Yes, let's bring Diane
Sanchez from Hammond, Louisiana. Welcome, Diane.
Hi.
Hi,
nice
Diane.
To see you. Nice to see you.
Thank you so much for writing to me.
Oh, I'm just so thrilled that you're going to do this. I was hoping just to get some ideas, but having you do it is just, I'm just thrilled.
Honestly, Diane, we love having our viewers come on the show as much as we can possibly do it, so thank you for being available.
And I've got the treasured book right here. It's absolutely beautiful.
We'd love to hear a little bit more history about why this is so cherished to you.
Well, my daddy gave it to me when I was probably about 11. I think he got the book back from my aunt after my grandmother died, and they were clearing out the house, and she must have given the book back to him. It has his name on the back cover and her name on the back cover, and I think I wrote my name in there somewhere too. So.
Yeah, I found both of those. I found right here, Gloria and Lawrence. That's your father and your aunt. And then written on the inside, you not to be outdone, wrote your name there on the inside of the book as well.
Beautiful.
Probably all were right around the same age when you did it, which I think is absolutely lovely.
All right, Diane, we're going to dive right in and preserve this beautiful book. Ken, I know you've got a great idea how to actually do that, so let's get started.
So we're starting with just a regular shadow box. I got a big one because I really wanted to sort of include lots of your family history. So we're going to take that apart first, take off the cover. Now, those of you at home who may want to do this, a lot of shadow boxes will have this sort of fabric on there. You want to just peel that off because we want to be able to attach directly to the board underneath.
Very good.
Now, because, you all have always seen me, I find old books, damaged books, and I sort of cut them up, etc. We don't obviously want to do that. But I wanted to get some of the inside of the book out. So what I just did was simple enough, place it on a scanner, and then I scanned different photos. The front page, the back cover, some of the illustrations, which were so beautiful. And I just sort of printed out a whole bunch of these on my color printer, super easy, only took about 10 minutes or so.
And that way, keeping the integrity of this cherished book, what a great idea.
Exactly.
And now you're going to be displaying these on the foam core, right? But not just by putting them on there, you're going to get a little dimension involved too.
Exactly.
Okay,
first, we want to get rid of our white backing, Diane.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take some of those inside pages and I just cut them down, cut out the white, and I'm just going to, with a little bit of spray glue, men in blazers, stand back.
You're
like, whoa.
I'm like, here comes the spray glue.
And you're just going to lay that right on there.
Okay, good.
Just keep doing that over the whole back, Diane, or people at home who want to do this, and you're going to end up with this sort of nice back, which will start with our display.
Good.
Now, to get the actual book on here, what I've done is I've taken 2 pins. They look like this, like little U pins, if you can see that.
Great.
And I poked them through on the bottom here, and then I've gotten a little bit of this, which is just clear string. I actually stole it from Maria's jewelry box. And I poked holes, and I'm just going to tie it right back here. I put some of that, the width of the book, and I get your finger right there.
You got it,
Thank you. And what this is going to do, the pins will keep the book up, and the clear string will help it from not falling forward. Now I'm going to take the book, which is wonderfully delicate, and I'm just going to slide it right underneath here. Be careful of that part.
And it's nice because this sort of beading wire that you've got here has a little stretch to it too. It has a little give so you can fit the book in.
Exactly.
It'll keep it in place.
And now the book won't fall out once you actually hang up the frame there. So what I did was I got some extra foam core and I took those wonderful photos and I printed them out and I just glued them onto foam core. So this is your father and your aunt, correct, Diane?
Right.
So you see other pieces I did as well. I got your signatures. This is your father and your aunt's signature. And I just, with the use of the computer, you can really highlight it so you can see it some more. And then I did the same thing here with your signature, with your maiden name on there as well. So we have all the different elements. Now we're going to start actually assembling them.
Okay.
So what I'm using for height here, when you're doing this at home, you're gonna have extra pieces of foam core. Keep those pieces of foam core. You can cut them up and stack them to make different heights and levels. You can do that, or what I had was I had different little spools and pieces of wood, so I'm gonna use those.
Great.
And if you wanna give me just a little dot of glue on the back there.
I figured there was some hot glue coming.
Exactly.
Is that enough?
There we go.
Should I keep them coming?
Yeah, keep them coming there.
Okay.
So then I'm going to just sort of start to sort of assemble the different pages of the book on here, Diane. Actually, I'm going to take that from you before you do that.
Okay.
Now, I'm not sure if you know much about the history of Black Beauty. It was written in 1877 by a woman, Anna Sewell. She actually had gotten injured at age 14 and lost use of her ankle, so she couldn't walk, and used horses and carriages to get along, which fostered her love for horses. So there I have one of the beautiful images from the book. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take your photo. Give me a little bit of hot glue.
Okay, sure.
Right there.
Right on there?
Yep.
On this side?
Yep, right there.
Okay.
And I'm going to add your photo right here
nice.
underneath your signature.
Okay.
And a little bit of hot glue
I like
there.
that.
Okay.
And the book was an immediate success. It sold over 50 million copies. A little bit of hot glue there, please.
You got it.
And really led to kindness with animals. They changed the way horses were treated. It really sort of made a lot of like big changes to the world. It was an immediate success. Unfortunately, she passed away about 6 months after its release.
Oh,
I know.
I didn't know the story.
All right, so we're going to do that there. We're going to do
Okay,
this here, and then
you
we're going
got
to
it.
take the other photo of your uncle. Go ahead, right here. I mean, of your
Okay.
father and your aunt.
There you go.
We're gonna add them
Okay.
right up here to the top of the book.
Okay.
So I love the fact that we're going to sort of go through the history of your family as it sort of goes around. We'll
I
add a
love
little
it.
picture of the book here. Hold on here. I got one more.
He's got a master plan here. I love
we go.
just facilitating his vision.
Add the little bottom of the horse here. And when you do this, you sort of want to keep the different dimensions. I'm floating some things up. And then I actually just took the picture of the actual horses, and I just cut them out after I put them on the foam core. There you go. And we're going to add that right there. So
Wow.
as simple as that, Diane, we get the sort of, I think, beauty of the history of the book, the different chapters, and the history of your family as it goes along.
And as we're putting the top back on here, Diane, I have to ask you, what do you think of this so far? I have to say, in person, I am so impressed. I hope you like it too.
It's incredible. I never would have done anything like that. And I had no idea how to attach a book to that. So that's a really good idea for people who have other books too, old yearbooks or things even that they'd like to do that with.
No, exactly.
That's
So many
incredible.
books-
I love it.
If you start using them too much, you know, they do start to deteriorate. So this is a great way to do it. And to me, the real important thing here is that it preserves the love that your father had for you. And I think that is shown in the book and the way it's been passed on.
And as two dads here, I know we appreciate that too, that connection. And we will be sending this to you just like this. And Ken, great job, Diane. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for sending in your card. We always love it when you do. Now, for full instructions on how to display your treasured books, go to hallmarkchannel.com.